Rick's amassed quite a collection of cars and motorbikes. Problem is, his backyard now looks like a dump.
Some people take good care of their cars. Rick's bought his cars a house and created this suburban junkyard.
He's allowed to have 16 cars and 2 motorbikes, and we can't do nothing about it.
Can you explain to us what you're doing with all of these cars?
It's like a dump.
Locals say Rick stored wrecks on his lawn for 8 long years, and his collection keeps growing and growing. 16 cars and 2 motorbikes are rotting away in his backyard. Just why? Nobody knows.
Clean up your mess, Rick.
Your neighbours aren't very happy with you, Rick. Do you think you could clean things up around here?
Get rid of all your junk, mate.
Nothing moves, nothing. It's just a junkyard.
Penny's lived in this cul-de-sac in Wollongong, south of Sydney, for 22 years.
I don't see many parts going out, and I certainly don't see any cars being removed. So I don't know what he's up to.
And how do you feel? Every time you look out your front door, out your window, you are directly opposite. How do you feel?
It feels horrible. It feels like if I'm living next door to a wrecking yard, because that's what it is. My neighbour mowed his lawn 2 weeks ago, so this is quite good. It's usually up to my knees. Not long ago, back in March, we had a 6-foot snake come out while the kids were playing basketball in the cul-de-sac.
It's not what you signed up for, is it?
No, it isn't. We have rats, we have mice. Council won't help us.
This isn't Rick's home. He lives 5 minutes down the road in another suburb. Rumour has it he's a photographer, and collecting cars is a hobby Rick takes incredibly seriously.
The tow truck comes in, dumps them, and that's the last we see of them, or anybody.
It must make you pretty angry every time you see a tow truck pull out of here.
You know, when we walk out, we can't even walk on the footpath because the maintenance isn't kept up with the house.
Are you concerned there may be more on their way, more cars?
If he could fit them in, yes, he'll put more in. He'll probably go on top of each other.
These neighbours say Rick's trick is to drop his gear and disappear. It's driving them crazy.
We don't know what's going on with the cars. It's very mysterious. And the cars are always there on the curb here, and everyone's complained, but nothing happens.
This neighbour asked us not to use his name.
I wouldn't have a clue what's going on. You have to answer to people that come in the street, you know. What's the deal with the cars? And for a street like this, which is really nice, we've got new houses being built and kids running around, you don't want that.
We spotted Rick, well, among his cars.
Rick, we're from a current affair. We're here to ask you a few questions about all of these cars in your yard. Are you planning on selling them? You can't be planning on driving 16 cars. Your neighbours aren't very happy with you, Rick. Do you think you could clean things up around here? Looks like Rick's making a run for it in the only car that seems to drive.
Wollongong City Council told us it's inspected the property on a number of occasions. But there hasn't been sufficient evidence that the property was being kept in an unsafe or unhealthy condition, or that the property owner was storing vehicles for business purposes. Adding, we have been advised by the owner that they intend to voluntarily remove the vehicles over time. Until then, it's Carmageddon.
Keanu, your nan lives on this street.
Yeah.
What do you think of this mess every time you come over?
Well, it's like a car yard. It's like a dumpster, and it just looks filthy.
15-year-old Keanu says Granny Street doesn't feel safe.
How does it affect you when you do visit your nan?
When I'm with my mates and we're just playing basketball because of the ring there, and snakes. I remember a snake come out one time. Well, I reckon the car should get removed and cut the grass.
What if he needs some help? Would you be up for helping him?
Oh yeah, I'll help, for sure. Yeah, just get the junk out of the yard, make it all clean.
That's not a bad offer, Rick.
They look like they're falling apart.
If he wants to collect cars, collect Matchbox cars, not real ones, in the backyard.
Matchbox cars won't obstruct your view.
Exactly. He can put them in a glass cabinet.